Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
There's really a catch-22 when it comes to how we use and wield meditation. And I've spoken about this before, but I want to linger on it for a second. Personally speaking, today I could really use this meditation, right? Some days we know in our bodies that we could use this gift of tranquility to the self. And so since we have this tool, this meditative tool, what a blessing to use it. And yet, the more we use meditation medicinally, palliatively, instrumentalized, in some ways the less power it has, right? We don't want to take it like a painkiller. We don't want to do it because we feel we need it. We want to do it because it helps us become better human beings over time, and because it helps us, be more grounded and centered in the moments that we confront in our lives, whether or not we're meditating in that moment. And that's a catch-22. So I'm both very aware for myself right now that what I'm about to do for all of you who are participating hopefully will be pleasant and good for you. And it's also what my soul needs right now. I need that. And I want to also caution us against overusing meditation in that way. Today's meditation will not be Parsha-based or even Jewish calendar-based. It's going to be more core, a core dip into the meditative art. So it's Jewish meditation that is being led by a Jew, by a rabbi, and many of the people, if not all the people who are experiencing this are Jews. But this is going to have less of a connection to the Jewish tradition or nomenclature. So with that in mind, I want to invite you all, close your eyes. And position yourself in a comfortable place on your chair or couch that's both sufficiently pleasing to your body to hold this position, but not so much so that it's a slouch or that you lose tone. You want to be in a position that you must hold and that you can hold with some ease. And this is going to be a meditation where we're going to focus almost exclusively on body and breath, and not on idea or image. Really harnessing all of the mind's ability to get something by continually returning to nothing, or perhaps to one thing: your breath inside your body. An association so powerful in the Hebrew language, neshama, breath, neshima, breath, neshama, soul or spirit, the essence of who you are. A recapitulation every moment of the moment we read in Genesis last week, of God breathing this neshima, this neshama into our bodies. So I want you to focus your mind as much as possible on nothing else besides breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you want to focus your mind at all, have it be focused on some part of that very trajectory. What does it feel like for the air to come in through your nose? Is there a sensation at that moment in your nostrils or in the cavities behind your nose? Can you feel it on your skin? Is the air redolent of any smell or odor? What does it feel like when the air hits the back of your trachea and gets inhaled by your lungs? If you find your mind wandering, and it will, that's what the mind does, bring it back to the breathing. What it feels like coming in, where it hits its crescendo, its spot where if it were a ball being thrown in the air, the microsecond where it reaches its peak and then inevitably comes down. You breathe in at some point, the in-breath is over. There's a transition managed marvelously by the muscles of your diaphragm, effortlessly, as you push the air back out. And what does it feel like as you're extruding the air, the carbon dioxide that your body does not want? Out through your mouth. Is it warm or is it cold? What does it feel like as it emerges from your lips? Does it feel different if you change the shape of your lips? Follow this journey of air in and out of your body over and over again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And see how many times you can follow that full path of an individual breath without being distracted, jettisoning to the perimeters of your mind anything else. No need to make that jettisoning a violent or rejection. Make it a positive focus. I'm focusing on my breathing. I'm focusing on my breathing. If you want, you can count. Can you do 5 breaths in a row where all you are focusing on was your breathing? Or the next time you are distracted and realizing that you had departed from that consciousness, that attention, the next time through, can you make it last longer? In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Your breath, your nishima, animating and representing your soul, your neshama, as you claim this moment for all that the mind can do, and holding you, and protecting you, and keeping you vital. As we come to the end of this, whether my words interrupted a reverie that you had been on longer than you realized, or whether my words interrupted a real focus on that breathing, let's spend the last few seconds in this comfortable, protected place, once again experiencing the sensation of every moment of the breath's entrance to our mouth until we expel it. Knowing that we'll be breathing the rest of the day too, and until we meditate again. But never with the amount of focus and intent that we have right now. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I'll share the closing prayer. Let's say together. Let's say this 3 times together. May we in all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we in all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we in all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. I say to you all, shalom and namaste.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.